Morning, students. Earlier, we have completed the topic, so today we would be starting the sources. Okay, and the first source, what the king officials did. This extract is talking. We are talking about in this extract of the Mauryan dynasty. That at that time, how the what were the duties which the king officials did at that time. Okay, and it has been, this excerpt has been taken from the account of Megasthenes. We all know that Megasthenes was the person who was residing in the court of Chandragupta, and he was writing, he has written all the things about the administration. Okay, so of the great officers of state, some superintendent the rivers, measures the land as is done in Egypt. See over here, one person is doing two works, so pretending the rivers also and measuring the land also, and inspect the sluices by which work is led out from the main canals into their branches, and they have to inspect also that means, the sluice means the portion, or you can say from where the water was actually given to them. It is a sluice are the basically opening, you can say. Okay, so they have to check. Why so? Because that each and everyone should be getting the right quantity of water. Okay, sluices by which water is let out from the main canals into their branches so that everyone may have that equal supply of it. Okay, now the same person have charge also to the herdsmen and are entrusted with the power of rewarding and punishing them. And the same person, they are having the duty to reward and punish the herdsmen. Okay, according to their desert. Over here, desert means according to their need. They collect the taxes and so pretend the occupations connected with the land as those of the woodcutters, carpenters, and the blacksmiths and the miners. They used to collect the taxes also and check also their occupations, because in the Mauryan dynasty, no doubt the people, they were well equipped. The carpenter, the woodcutters, no doubt they were well equipped. But according to Chanakya, he has mentioned that these people are the pillars of an empire, so they can so it privatization should not be there, otherwise they'll demand from the king much more. So that is the reason that they have to pay taxes, and that taxes are not in the form of their or their the product means, if the carpenter is making something, then he is gifting that to the king or in the form of currency, but they have to pay to the king and the form that if they are in the in the month they have to work, there were certain days which were given to each of them, and they have to work for the royal palace. Okay, now over here question is, why were officials appointed to supervise these occupational groups? Okay, now you have to write, this is your assignment, so you have to write this answer. Okay, the question answer of this question. Now we'll come to next source. Now, the next source is capturing elephants for the army. As we all know, we have studied also that in Magadha, it is elephants are very important because they were used in war. Okay, and we have read. I have told also in earlier while teaching this chapter that Seleucus Nicator, he gave Punjab and Haryana, the portion over that part of India, actually Punjab, to Ashoka and sorry, Chandragupta, and he in spite of that he was given 500 war elephants. So elephants were the speciality of Magadha Empire. Okay, so how they used to capture the elephants, because in the Magadha area they were forests were there. Okay, so Arthashastra lays down the minute details of administrative and military organization. This is what it says about how to capture elephants. Obviously, elephants, there are certain persons who are given the duty, because elephants cannot be controlled by every one of them or us also. So there are certain persons who are having the practice of training them, of guarding them, okay, of nursing them. So by the help of those people, they used to search elephants in the jungles, and searching by what? By their urine, by their, the extract actually. So the guards of elephant forest, assisted by those who rear elephants, those who enchain the legs of elephants, those who guard the boundaries, those who live in forests, as well as by those who nurse elephants, shall with the help of 5 or 7 female elephants to help in tendering wild ones. Tendering wild ones, tendering means what? To chain them. Okay, they used to chain with the wild ones. Means female elephants, they were chained with the wild ones. Okay. Now, trace the whereabouts of the herds of elephants by following the course of urine and dung. And they used to search by the urine or the dung of the elephants, that where the elephants are actually. According to the Greek source, the modern ruler had a standing army of 600,000 foot soldiers, 30,000 cavalry, and 9,000 elephants. See over here, elephants is given importance, and it is said that it might be, to show the victory, or to show that the king was very, or the kingdom was very prosperous. It might be that they have, at the time of writing, they have exaggerated it. Means many good things have been written. Okay. Now, third source is the Pandya chief Shegutavan visits the forest. Now, over here, in this source, we are talking about the Pandya chief. As we all know, during the when the Mahajanpadas, one of the important was Magda, but after some political disintegrations in southwards, we see that there were certain chiefs were formed, chiefdoms have been formed. Okay, and the people over there, they used to select their chief. Okay, Oliaki was there, and they used to select, and they used to greet him as if he has won something. So see over here, this is an expert from the Shilpa Padikaram, an epic written in Tamil. When he visited the forest, means it is when the chief used to visit the forest, people were so happy that they used to gift him whatever products they are having. Okay. People came down the mountain singing and dancing, just as defeated show respect to the victorious king. So did they bring gifts: ivory, fragment of wood, fans made of hair of deer, honey, sandalwood, red ochre, antimony, turmeric, cardamom, pepper, etc. They brought coconut, mangoes, medical plants, fruits, onions. All these are the stuff which they are having in jungles, and they used to give those things to the king, or sorry, to the chief, because they, no doubt, he was the one who is actually thinking about all of them. Okay, so students, in this extract, basically, if the question comes, it can be asked, this from this an epic which is written in Tamil. This can be asked in MCQs. Then from this, I have a question here. You have to write it in assignment, that what were the things, or what were the feelings which the forest people were having towards their king. Okay. Now, students, today we have done 3 extract. Uh, okay, this one also will carry. Now, in the praise of Samudragupta, this is an expert from the Prayag Prashasti. Everyone know what is Prashasti. Prashasti are, these are the inscriptions which are written in the praise of the king. Wherever Prashasti is there, always it is in the praise of the king. So Samudragupta, he gave the permission to write his Prashasti, and the people, they have compared him with God. Okay, because when the Gupta Empire came, at that time, the king notion has been changed. Now the king was comparing him with the god, so that the people should adore him. Now he was, what is written, he was without an antagonistic on earth. He, by the overflowing of the multitude of his many good qualities, adorned by hundred of good actions, has wiped off the fame of other. Now when he comes, others' name and fame has been wiped off. With the sole of his feet, he is Purusha, the supreme being the cause of the prosperity of the good and the destruction of the bad. He is incomprehensible. He is one whose tender heart can be captured only through devotion and humility. Okay, means he is so he is so good that the others king's name and fame has been wiped off. He's the pure hearted person. Everything, see, when he comes, the bad evils or anything, it is wiped off. Okay, now he the giver of many 100,000 of cows. Over from this line, what does it shows? That he was very uh, uh, generous. He used to give grants in the form of cows, or grant in the form of land, you can say. He used to give, he was having the giving attitude. And land grants are very important aspect of Gupta empire, because we all know that during Gupta period, the Samantas, they were becoming powerful. Or you can say, to show that the king has the control, the king is still very strong, they used to give grants to the people. Okay, uh, now where I was, mind has received ceremonial intention for the upliftment of the miserable. Means he was doing each and every deed which would uplift the miserable condition. The poor can also survive, can also be happy in his time. Okay, now he was compared with the god, like which god? Like Kubera. Okay, the god of wealth. Like Varuna, the god of ocean, Indra, the god of rain, Yama, the god of death. Means he was everything. After God, he was the only person who will be thinking about the well being of the people, of the common people. Okay, so from this also, one question is there, that from this expert, what do you think? What actually the king, why king used to give orders to write these prashastis? Hope so these sources are clear to you all. As students, please study these sources. It is very important, because from each book, as in 12 we have 3 books, one source will come. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.